Hey everyone. So I made this video back in April of this year and completely forgot about it. The background was completely different, the lighting was completely different, everything looked a lot worse, audio quality sounded worse. So I'm gonna go ahead and just redo it anyway. Time 2 is coming out literally in 2 days, and I'm very, very excited for it. I had a lot of issues, if you saw in my last video, with how this crowdfunding took place. Well, not so much as this crowdfunding, but the last crowdfunding. There were a lot of promises made. First of all the money was going to go into building a studio. And then second of all, with how long it took and the amount of crowdfunding campaigns that took place in between, which were 0. We were supposed to get 3 originally, but after the 4 Seasons campaign, it possibly went down to 2. He said we might not need any more than 1 more campaign to build the studio, and then we can get Time in its entirety. Unfortunately, that's not exactly how it happened, but fortunately, over the past 7 years when we thought, hey, did Yari just kind of run off with the money and decide not to do anything anymore? Well, those questions were answered, and he used the money exactly the way he said he was going to use the money, for the most part. He didn't build a studio, not a full-size one anyway, but a mini studio. And that allowed him to finish Time 2. It took 7 years though. And that 7-year gap is a little bit of an issue, because it came with a little bit of hostility on both sides, as well as a huge freaking 7-year time gap. That's a long time. No puns intended here, but time is the theme of this. The thing about it is you don't have to update us every week, every month, or even every 6 months. But an update, a legitimate update, every now and then with what you've maybe purchased, or something along those lines probably would have been sufficient, because the promise was you were going to build a studio with the money. You could do whatever you wanted with the money. You sold us a very good product that had a lot of individual tracks. Let's put it this way, the 4 Seasons crowdfunding is probably more from any artist at that price point that I've ever seen. It came with remasters of albums. It came with single tracks that you could mix and master if you wanted. Change up the songs, do whatever you wanted with them. It was a really cool concept, and instrumentals. What an amazing package that was. Time 2 follows suit with even more, with unreleased tracks that we've been waiting on for a long time from his old band Immemorial, essentially. I love those older songs, and to get all of them is pretty cool. Let's be real about that. Not to mention getting the remix of Time 2.0 and Time 2. And then everything else that comes with that album. It's just a nice overall package. I'm very pleased with that. And at the price point, you just can't beat it. All of that to say, you know, I wish that there was another crowdfunding campaign in 2019 or 2020. I wish we didn't have to wait so long between albums, because the whole point of the campaign was to get Yari a studio so he could make music more frequently. Maybe that's happened, maybe he really put everything into Time 2. And perhaps from now on we're going to get an album maybe every 2 or 3 years. That would be wonderful. Waiting 7 years for this was painful, to say the least. It was really painful. And just to put it into perspective, 7 years is a very long time in this digital age. How many people have came and went as Wintersun fans in that time? Could have been a lot. Maybe very little. Maybe everybody's super loyal to Yari. But I don't think that's the case, because a lot of the aggression that came from both sides happened because, well, both sides were not happy. Yari was not happy that people were questioning what he was up to. The people weren't happy about having to wait 7 years for another album. And the sauna thing, that was a huge ordeal, and it was silly. Saunas come pretty standard in that region of the world. They're fairly standard because there's not a lot of humidity there, and saunas are the best way to add humidity to your everyday life, I guess you could say, to keep your skin from cracking and getting dried out. It's a very dry place. So saunas are about as common as a walk-in shower here in America. Now in America, saunas are not common. They are way more expensive. They are very much a luxury here because we don't need them. It's, especially being here in Oklahoma, I don't think I ever would really want a sauna except for wintertime. And I don't think I would use it more than 3 months out of the year, making kind of a waste, which is really why we don't have saunas around these parts. In Finland, even in the summertime, you probably want to get into a sauna. It's not going to be that humid. So anyway, the whole sauna thing, it was a misunderstanding globally. Because I think most people don't understand or tried to understand. I didn't understand. I saw the sauna and I was like, what in the world? And then I was just kind of curious and was looking around and found that out because it was such a strange thing. Personally, I would have added a hot tub. And if anyone would have seen a hot tub on that, I think everyone would have been a little upset. And it would have been hard to justify. But seeing a sauna, that was just really easy information to come across. So at the end of all this, well, guys, I'm happy with how things have went. Yari made everything right, he explained everything, and it turned out none of the dollars were wasted. None of them. It all went appropriately to the places Yari said it would go for the most part. I'm satisfied with that. All I can hope for is future albums to come more quickly. I didn't care about Time 2 coming out specifically. A lot of people were freaking out over that. I thought that was silly. I thought that was really, really silly to be like, no, if it's not Time 2, it's not good. That's ridiculous. Four Seasons was an amazing album. I am very much looking forward to his Space Odyssey album, I guess you could call it, his Star Wars-like album. I'm very, very excited to see that coming. I just really hope it's not another 7 years. Hey everybody, this is Editing Nick here, and fortunately, Yari ended up doing an interview that uploaded right after I recorded this video. So this whole 7-year rant I go on, Yari actually mentions in the video that these albums should not be taking that long anymore. That he is going to focus on new material and that these newer albums coming out should not take nearly as long. I'm going to go ahead and take him directly on his word simply because everything else he had said came true. And he had showed his receipts and shown that he was truthful to everything he had said. So I have no reason to distrust him on this. So I went ahead and I cut all of that out and wanted to let you all know that I'm really no longer worried at all that these albums are going to take 7 years apiece. If it does, though, unfortunately, I'm going to be pretty dissatisfied with that, but what else can you do? They release their albums whenever they do. It's not like you can hold anyone's feet to the fire, but I just wanted to come out and say that I'm going to link that interview down in the description below as well, so that way you all can see it for yourselves. I have a feeling that Wintersun is going to be producing more albums more frequently now. And that is just awesome for everybody. So, guys, this is awesome. I am so excited. I will be reviewing the album here on this channel. I don't really review albums. I don't think I'm going to make it much of a thing. I want to do cover songs and stuff like that, so that will be coming soon. I've spent a lot of time getting all this set up. I got two hands here. I'm hoping to put like a gold like mask up there of like an Oni or some sort of demon, or maybe just I don't know, something, a skull. Make it look like it's coming out of the wall holding the guitars. So I thought that was pretty wicked. I like the lanterns and stuff. I got to do some, I got to practice with the camera. I'm not good with the camera yet, so there's that. Hopefully all this will be happening very soon. I plan on doing a lot of things with this music channel. I'm really excited. My camera is overheating, so I'm obviously lagging a little bit, so I'm sorry about that. I'll have to figure some stuff out, but thank you all for being patient. For all you all have stuck around this channel, thank you guys, seriously. Like, I have been so neglectful to this channel, and I feel so bad about it, because this is my passion. I absolutely love doing this. I got most of my stuff set up. I got a lot of pedals over on that wall over there, hung up. I like to get more and more stuff decorated. And I really just want to do some cool music video type stuff, cover songs, and I really want to do a live stream segment where I learn the songs and just hang out with you guys. So all of that will be coming soon. I don't know how soon, 2025 perhaps, maybe in the winter months of 2024. We'll see where this goes. But thank you all for being patient. I will review this album and get it to you pretty much as soon as possible, sometime between August 30th and 31st. It's a very busy week. And I got 2 kids. And a birthday party for one of them coming up in just 5 days. So it's a long week. So thank you all again, and I'll see you all here in the next one. Later.